I am here with MC Tracy. I am super jealous because as an MC, I wish I had the name, right? And I'm also concerned that she is secretly looking to take over my MC duties. So it's fun to be the MC, talking to you about boot camp with MC, the TMT marketing manager. She's the intern girl. She went from an intern to a marketing manager. For an $8 million MSP directly responsible for hiring 12 interns. So she went from being an intern to bossing the interns around. They outperformed their best professional appointment setters. That is impressive. MC, how did this intern thing start? And why should MSPs care?
Yeah, so, I am definitely coming for your job, just saying. I was born into it. It's part of my name.
You were born to do this.
Yeah, born to do it. No, so, hey guys. So this whole intern thing came about, I was a marketing manager at an MSP, and I started there as an intern, met up with Tom Glover, which some people might know him. He's been a 2-time Better Your Best finalist. And so met up with him. He offered me an intern position as a marketing intern. And then I started to just kind of grow into it. I got really involved with the Robin's dashboard and all of the different materials that are used, started sending out those direct mailers, and then ended up being a full-time marketing manager. And as a marketing manager, I was tasked with sending out 400 direct mailers every single week. And I knew that that would be virtually impossible to do on my own. So hired a whole army of interns to do it for me. I'm just kidding. So hired a bunch of interns to do all of the work that needed to get done with that. And so I'm going to kind of be revealing all of those secrets, all of the tricks of the trade, all of the things I've learned. I mean, I hired 15 or so interns. And so I learned a lot along that journey. And so I'm going to be having 2 sessions at boot camp. I'll be talking about how to hire an intern and also how to train an intern, because those are twofold, and to really get them up and running in like less than a week. So yeah.
And who is this for? Is this for the marketing manager? Is this for the owner? Who should come to your session?
Yeah, so this is definitely for either. So it's for the person that's trying to get out direct mail, but can't seem to really tick off all the boxes, right? It's a lot to be able to send out direct mailers. It's a lot to make the follow-up calls, to send out the shock and awe boxes, to be able to do all of those things. So it's needing to stick to the formula. And if you're kind of like running your wheels thin, whether you're a marketing manager or a business owner, this is for you. Also, if you're growing and looking to scale your marketing department, this is a great way to do it as well. Very cost effective too.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Are these paid internships, unpaid, or some kind of combination? What is it you're talking about? Are you talking about both or just one particular kind?
Yeah. So when we had interns, we did pay them hourly, but they also got course credit for being a marketing intern. So they could apply this into their schedule at school, and they would get credit for the class. So I know that some people have used unpaid internships because they get that course credit, but we paid ours and found that it helped us to get kind of the best, the cream of the crop, if you will, from the local college.
Well, because if someone has an option, they're going to take the paid one, right? Instead of the unpaid one. Exactly.
And they're going to do great work, and it'll be valuable enough to pay them. And we didn't pay them. It's not, we only paid them $10 an hour. So it's really cost effective for what we were looking for.
What's the reason to look at doing some of that with interns instead of just saying we need to staff up with regular employees? What's the rationale behind interns? If someone's like, I'll just get employees for this, what's the pitch for interns instead?
Yeah, exactly. That's a great question. So when we kind of made that bump up to the 400 mailers a week, we first wanted to get a full-time appointment setter to make the phone calls. And we just found that candidate after candidate, we were kind of spinning our wheels and not really finding somebody that looked qualified for the job. And so we wanted them to be in the office We didn't find anybody in the office. So then we, went to the masses, and it just really ended up not working out for the best for us. We had some full-time people that had all of this experience and didn't like the way that we had our direct mailers. They didn't like the script. They didn't want to,
Right. This isn't what I'm used to. This isn't.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're having
Exactly.
to untrain them and retrain them.
Exactly. So we wanted them to stick to this formula because we knew that the formula worked. We would get that 1% to 2% response rate. We did our numbers based off of that anyway. And so we just kept coming up against, a rock and a hard place with these full-time employees. So that's kind of how we went to hire at the school. And it ended up just being a great opportunity for us because we could mold these interns into, doing exactly what we would want them to do. They don't have much previous experience. So you can kind of just teach them, how it's run, have them stick to the script, have them stick to how we do the mailers around here, and they just kind of do it. And they're happy with it. They're happy with the job. They're happy to get the experience. They need experience right now because a college degree kind of doesn't cut it anymore. You have to have, years of experience to get, a job that they're looking for. And so you've got those college students that are really looking to gain that experience. They're happy to be paid. They're happy to be in an office job instead of working at Chick-fil-A and, being able to gain that experience.
Right. Because then you're getting money, but it's not moving you towards a career, right?
Correct. Exactly.
Give us a taste. What's a pro tip that you're going to talk more about in your session? What's something that, hey, a lot of people do this, but I'm going to tell you to do this instead, or here's one of the key things to have a good intern program?
Yeah, so we utilized our interns first to make those follow-up calls, but one of our key things that we kind of implemented as well was some other duties in their job instead of just making the phone calls, so that they kind of enjoy their experience and they get a good rounded idea of marketing. So they're not just making the phone calls, they're doing all of these other marketing tasks that they can do. And it also still offloads those tasks that need to get done from, say, a marketing manager's plate, where I could focus on our website and rebranding and all of these other things. And they still got a lot of good value from that, and also didn't hate coming in and sitting and pumping on the phones every single day.
Yeah, you're not turning them into a drone and then calling it course credit. You're giving them a wider perspective on what really goes on in marketing.
Yep. That's it.
All right. Now you actually we're about to talk about boot camp, and that's where you're doing this, but you actually have a webinar that's coming up at 2 p.m. Central today. Do you want to tell the folks what that's about?
Yes, you guys, I have a webinar. It is today. The link to sign up is going to be in the chat for you guys. It's how we scheduled 47 first-time appointments in 90 days with using untrained, unskilled 18-year-olds, and how you can get this up and running in just 30 days. So I'm going to have it jam-packed full of information. We're going to kind of be running through just the whole gambit. So you're going to get a lot of good information on how to hire, how to train, and you're going to get a lot of good stuff from that today. It's at 2 p.m. Central today. And you can sign up at that registration link. It's live.mspsuccessmagazine.com/47FTAs for those 47 first time.
Nice. I love it. 47 FTAS. Yep. Perfect.
Yes.
All right. So, and she'll be the MC for her session this afternoon. She'll be the MC and the presenter for that as well. I love it. So this is just a snapshot of MC's bootcamp and her webinar. She's getting twice the publicity out of this. You can tell she's a marketing manager. She's like, I'm going to be plugging everything at this live. So make sure to sign up if you're coming to the event. If you haven't signed up yet to come to bootcamp, it's sold out. You can't come in person. You can try to get on the waiting list. Hopefully we'll be able to open up some spots and bring in some extra people. But if you can't make it in person, you can sign up for the virtual pass that gets you access to all of the recordings. It gets all of your employees the ability to watch bootcamp live, watch the live bootcamp sessions. So go online, robinsbigseminar.com, sign up for your virtual pass, get on the waiting list, sign up at live.mspsuccessmagazine.com /F47 FTAS for MC's webinar this afternoon, and learn how to find an awesome intern who's going to become your next marketing manager, and then go work for TMT once you become super successful.
Woohoo. All right. See you guys then.